One thing I think you have a really special perspective on being at these incredible companies is the founders, is the leaders. Both Evan and Daniel, revolutionary founders. I definitely very much look up to both of them. Both are college dropouts. What do you think of that, and how they were able to show that, hey, they got into great schools, they learned enough, but then they wanted to run with that vision? Like, where do you think of the landscape of high school, college, etc.?
Well, for me, like my path through education, I've always attributed to like opening doors for me. But then when you meet a different group of people where it's not the formality of the education, it's actually the underlying values, being curious about the world, being entrepreneurial, like really trying to understand the environment. You know, two of the smartest people I've ever met, two of the most curious people, two of the most like intellectually like penetrating human beings I've ever met are Daniel and Evan. And they can talk deeper on most subjects than people with PhDs because they've just like learned about the world. And I remember when I was at Spotify existed in only a handful of countries in the world and none of the major markets. And I went to the very first meeting at Spotify and I thought it was a music company. That's what I thought I was signing up for. And Daniel Ek, this is more than a decade ago, was talking about the future of quantum computing and how it's going to change the world and it's going to change healthcare and it's going to change all these different industries. And if we can like catch a sliver of it and apply it to machine learning, which I didn't know what it was, and AI back then to music, imagine this. I'm like, oh my God, this guy's thinking about the world in a completely different way. So the education plays a huge, huge role, but success can take many, many different forms.